Hello students, this is Priyanka Bagchi from SVM Sinidih, and I'm back with the explanation of the next part of the poem The Ant and the Cricket by Aesop. This is from Honeydew of class 8. As we have discussed half of the poem last day, and we will start from the next page. Here comes the poem, and we stopped yesterday. We stopped here discussing. This was the line, "If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow." The cricket went to the miserly ant and begged for something or shelter for 1 or 2 days. This was the discussion going on. There, in that means yesterday what we discussed, there the poet used an adjective for the ants. And that adjective was miserly ant. Miserly. So why the poet used the term miserly for the ants? The meaning of miserly is mean spirit or penny pincher. There are so other meanings also. In Hindi it calls kanjus. Okay. But as when we started discussing the chapter, and I told you that in your previous class also you learned about the ants, that ants are the smallest but the most intelligent insects on this earth. Then why the poet used this term miserly for the ants? Very good. So miserly meaning, I said miserly, the proper meaning of the word miserly is that someone who gathers, who collects wealth from his own hard working, and he does not want to spare or spend that wealth on someone. Okay, so this is the quality of a miserly. So this is not a bad idea. If someone works hard and collects money, and then if he would love to keep that money for himself, for his future, this is not a bad idea. Sometimes if it is needed to give someone, to spare that, that should also be done, but we cannot blame them for not giving anything. So that's why maybe the poet used that term miserly here. So when the cricket went to the ant and begged for some food or a shelter for 1 or 2 days, there the ant said that that ant is his friend, or that ant can be his servant even. But there was a rule for the ants, the community of ants. There was a rule, and what that rule was, it was a very great line said by the ants, that the ant neither borrowed nor lent. So imagine the smallest insect on this earth and having such kind of a great idealism, that they neither borrowed nor lent. The ant said this to the cricket. The cricket became again sorrowful, but what to do? This was their rule, and as you know that they are very disciplined, they follow rules, so that's why this was their rule and they would not break that. Not only that, the ant said, she continued that what the cricket had been doing in those bright summer days when they had been working so hard for filling their pantry. To this question of the ant, again the cricket replied very stupidly that his heart was so light at that time also, that he was singing and making merry and filling the whole earth and the sky with his singing. To this answer of the cricket, the ant did not leave him and gave a very sarcastic answer to him, that as you sang in the summer and filled the whole sky and earth with your singing, now go and dance in the winter and enjoy it. This was the taunting tone of the ant. This was a sarcastic tone of the ant. Here one more thing I would tell you, why the ant told the cricket go and dance throughout the winter. You must know, people, in coming to the normal life, you must know that dancing gives us energy. Okay, as I always tell you that poems do not come only with the surface meaning. It must have some hidden meaning. So here, with such kind of a fable only, the poet wants to present before us the real meaning of the words also. Like the ant said that go and dance throughout the winter as you sang in the summer. So dance means winter is the cold season. Okay, to keep yourself warm, to survive during this season, you need warmth. And as dancing provides us warmth, that's why the ant tauntingly said that as you haven't preserved anything to eat, to get energy, so go and dance throughout the winter to get that warmth to survive in this winter. So tauntingly, but gave a very important answer to the cricket. The cricket became very sad. He had nothing to do, but still, as the ant denied to give anything, the cricket became very sad and went off. The line by line means, here I would read the lines again. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, no, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say, go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. This was the sarcastic tone of the ant, and here the conversation between the ant and the cricket comes to an end. Okay, means the conversation between those insects comes to an end. Now the next lines. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable, I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. These are the real teachings by the poet, by Aesop, given to us, given to the readers. Like, this poem is actually a sharp criticism on a group of people who spend their money carelessly and do not save for the future. Okay, you must have seen around you so many people who spent their time the way the cricket was spending, without thinking, without being careful, without being responsible, and they spend their time only having fun, making merry, singing, dancing like the cricket. But they have to suffer in their future. Okay, those people are supposed to be taken as the two-legged crickets. So what is the two-legged cricket? Here the poet used the word two-legged cricket. We have seen crickets having 4 legs, but why then the poet said two-legged? So those two-legged crickets are compared to the human beings. We human beings, we have 2 legs, and those human beings who spend their time carelessly, aimlessly, having fun, having merry, those two-legged human beings are compared here by the poet as two-legged crickets, like that four-legged cricket who spent his time, who spent his happy days in making merry, and then he had to suffer in his future, in his hard times. Okay, so in the end, I would say that the moral of the poem is we must be responsible for our future and not just spend our good times idly. We must secure our future by working very hard in the present. If we only enjoy today, then we will surely suffer tomorrow and no one will come to help us. Now, in this pandemic situation, you all are sitting at home and we all teachers are providing you materials. So what is important for you now? Sitting idly at home, or working hard, or completing day by day the things are given to you day by day? You should complete your task. Okay, you should be responsible towards your work. You should complete your work as soon as it is given to you. So this is the great moral lesson we learned from this poem, that we should not spend our present time making merry or having fun only. We should not be careless, we should not be irresponsible. Rather, we should be responsible, and we must save, we must think for our future, and we must save something for our future to secure it. This much for now. Next day we will discuss the rhyming scheme of the poem. This much for now, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.